And welcome to the place for offbeat commentary and comedy on today's hot topics. A place to get unique perspectives and opinions. A place where political correctness is checked at the door, but not our manners. A place where common sense prevails in uncommon times. Welcome to Billosophy. Hello, and welcome to Billosophy. For those of you that don't know me, who maybe just happened to stumble upon this channel by accident today, my name is Bill Summit. And those of you that do know me know that I can wax a bit philosophical sometimes, and so we just put the two together and called it a day. But we want to welcome you today, and this is our very first episode. So you have made the debut appearance, so great job. I just kind of want to introduce, again, myself and kind of what this channel is all about. We're going to take some of the topics of the day, some of the trending current events, kind of look at them from our angle. We might kind of put a humorous spin on them, but we won't be afraid of going deep either if the topic requires that. Needless to say, we are living in some very interesting and sometimes crazy times. And sometimes we read an article, we see a story, we see something on the news, and we just shake our heads and think, that can't be real. But what we're finding out more and more, that the CNNs of the world, the MSNBCs, the New York Times, they just want to try to be the Onion, I think is what it is, and want to try to put out some of the most craziest topics out there and treat them like they're real. So we won't treat them like they are real. If something needs to be exposed as being stupid and fraudulent and making absolutely no common sense, then we'll call them out. So we're going to talk about different topics, and they're going to range from politics, obviously. We can't avoid the coronavirus that still is the hottest topic on every news station allowable. We'll talk about sports. The Super Bowl's coming up. The playoffs have started. College basketball is in full swing, and spring training is right around the corner. We'll probably talk about some music, maybe some movies or some TV shows. And we might even dip our toes and talk about religion every once in a while. So no topic is going to be out of bounds. So we'll do our best to kind of give it our spin. I will tell you, we've already got 5 episodes already recorded. So if this is the first one you're seeing, you can look down below and see the links for the other episodes. If there's a topic that interests you, then please, by all means, check it out. And while we're thinking about it right now, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, ring that bell. Do all those things you're supposed to do. You don't have to do it after this episode. Maybe you can do it after a couple of them that you've actually seen and thought it might be interesting in investing a few minutes of your time every day. These are not going to be long, drawn-out videos, 10, 15 minutes at the top. We're just going to kind of go in, drill down as quickly as we can on the particular topic, and then let you go about your day. So just kind of like a brief background on why this channel exists. Number one, we sit around at the tables, with our friends and colleagues, and somebody always jokingly says, "Oh, you need to start a YouTube channel." Well, I guess I'm the one that's stupid enough to take them up on that. But I was sitting around one night with a friend of mine, and this was even before the election of 2020. This was kind of at the beginning of the primaries. And I made the comment, I said, the media just really aggravates me. They never ask any decent follow-up questions. Somebody can blow them off with the most stupidest, off-the-mark answer. Sometimes they don't fully answer the question. Sometimes they just don't answer at all. They would just go right into their stump speech and try to make their answer from their stump speech, because that's what they have memorized, fit into the question that whoever was asking it. So that's irritating, because you don't even really get an understanding of what this person's about or what they believe. So my initial thought in starting this channel would be to take a clip of a politician specifically, but anybody for that matter. Today, a good example of that would be Dr. Fauci, or maybe Alec Baldwin, or maybe somebody who does a pretty good job of eluding the questions, and they just get by with it. And again, as a viewer, as a consumer of news and information, that's frustrating when you don't get the information you're looking for. So that was kind of the basic premise of what our show would be. Then I decided it would probably be too much work to take that clip and then ask a follow-up question rhetorically that will never get answered. So we've spun it around. We're going to make it a little bit more of make it less interactive that way, and we'll just kind of keep it short and keep it again to the topics of the day. So just so you know what this channel is going to be and what it's not going to be. Again, it's not going to be heavy. It's not going to be long, and it's not going to be a reincarnation of anything else that's necessarily out there. So Rush Limbaugh, God bless him, is dead and gone, and it was going to be pretty hard to kind of mimic his success and what he did anyway. But there's guys out there now that I like and I appreciate, I think do a really good job and really get more detailed into topics. People such as Ben Shapiro on the right. Then you guys like Joe Rogan that's out there that is totally blowing up the podcast world. He's up to 11 million subscribers or viewers. Some of his podcasts have tens of million people that are listening or watching. And there's a reason for that. The guy's good. I may not agree with him, everything he says, everything he believes in, some of his political leanings, but he is very articulate. He doesn't talk over his guests. He has interesting guests on. He has a good give and take. I think sometimes he walks away that I learned something here today, and we as listeners or viewers definitely learned something. So not going to try to be that either, but I do want to kind of emulate that style where it is not overly aggressive, but at the same time, it stops and makes you think. And maybe you come into this not agreeing with a premise that I had, but hopefully with a couple of bullet points and some logic. So maybe you stop and think that, hey, maybe this Billosophy has something going on here. So again, today is just an introduction. Thank you for clicking on this. Thank you for listening to this to the end. And if you have any suggestions for any upcoming topics, please shoot them out there. I'll be happy to at least entertain the idea of looking at it. The stuff kind of writes itself. A 10 to 15 minute show. There's enough that happens every day that I could probably have 5 or 6 shows along that line. But give us a shout out if you like what we're doing. So as we go along and you get 10 or 15 episodes maybe into our little YouTube videos here, and decide that it's just not your thing, it's not your cup of tea, then that's all well and good. I appreciate the time you did spend here, but if you do like it and you become a regular viewer, that's only going to help bolster our presence on the web and on YouTube. And it can only get better and stronger from there. We might upgrade some of our equipment. We might upgrade some of our production. We might even get better at doing this. So I want to thank you for watching today, and please stay tuned.